Hey little ants, do you know what's the time now? See the watch. What is the time? Look at in your wall clock. Is your wall clock is like this? See the wall clock. Is your wall clock like this? Or your alarm clock? But if you see any type of clock, you will see the same thing. The numbers up to 12 and these which are called hands, the clock hands. One is small, it's called short hand, and one is long, it is called long hand. So in the clock there are numbers from 1 to 12 and the hands which shows the time. One is short hand, one is long hand. Now here you will see that the short hand which is in red color, this short hand in red color is pointing towards 6 and the long hand pointing towards 12. So remember, when the long hand pointing towards 12, see the short hand's number which is 6. So the time is 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. म्हणजे 6 वाजले. Understand? So when the time shows 6 o'clock means the short hand is at 6 and the long hand is at 12. Let's see some more examples. Now here in this wall clock, the long hand is at 12 and the short hand is at 8. So the time is 8 o'clock. Here the long hand is at 12 and the short hand is at 9. So it is 9 o'clock. So remember this, that always if the long hand is at 12 and the short hand is at any number, so the time shows that number, not a 12. You have to see the short hand on which number it is pointing. That is the time. But that at the same time the long hand should be at 12 only. Now see here. Long hand at 12 o'clock, short hand at 1 o'clock. So here 1 o'clock. Here long hand 12, short hand at 4. So it's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. This way we are writing and also saying. See this one. Long hand at 12, short hand at 5. So it's 5 o'clock. 5 वाजले. 5 o'clock. Now you tell me what it will be. Long hand at 12, short hand at 7. 7 o'clock. Right? Understand here the times? See, in each clock you will see that long hand is on 12. Long hand is on 12 and the short hand on different numbers. So where the short hand showing the time, that is 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Understand? Now here on both sides the clocks with the time is given. Now see what you have to do. You have to look at the pictures, identify the time in each clock and match it with the clock that shows the same time by drawing the lines. Now here what time it shows? 1 o'clock. See, long hand at 12, short hand at 1. This is 2 o'clock. 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Correct? Now the other side. Here what it is? 7 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Now let's map this left side to the right side. Now here is 1 o'clock. Here where it is 1 o'clock? Here. So what you are going to do? You are going to match to this one. Here 1 o'clock matches the 1 o'clock clock. Now what is the next number? 2 o'clock. Where is the 2 o'clock here? Here 2 o'clock. So match this 2. 2 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Correct? Now the next one is 7 o'clock. Where is 7 o'clock? Here. So what you have to do? You have to match 7 to this 7 o'clock. Here 7 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Now 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock. See, same timing. Now here 11 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Long hand at 12, short hand at 11. See, same. So let's match here 11 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So here we match the same timings. Correct? Now here you have to write the time. You have to write the time by saying from the watch. So see where the long hand should be at 12, and if the short hand is at any number, so that number o'clock you have to write. Okay, so let's see. Here one is done for you, right? What is that? 12 o'clock, the long hand at 12 and short hand at 10. So timing is written, the short hand number 10 o'clock. Okay, so same way we will find the another one. Now here long hand at 12 and short hand at 4. So what time you will write? The short hand where it is 4. So here you will write 4 o'clock. Correct? Long hand at 12, short hand at 5. So the timing is 5 o'clock. Okay? Now here you will see that long hand and short hand both are on 12. So if both are on 12, that means the time is 12. See the short hand pointing the 12 and already long hand at 12. So the timing is 12 o'clock. So 12 o'clock. Correct? Here long hand at 12, short at 3. So this is 3 o'clock. Now here below, what is this time? Yes, it's 8 o'clock because the short hand at 8 and long hand at 12. So here we will write 8 o'clock. Correct? Here 6 o'clock. Here long hand at 12, short hand at 9. So 9 o'clock. And here short hand at 7, long hand at 12. So it's a 7 o'clock. Understand? When the long hand at 12 and the short hand at any number, on any number, so that number o'clock you have to write. Understand this? Now here is the activity. What you have to do? You have to draw a clock. So, and while drawing the clock, see the clock first carefully and then draw over here. See the clock. See, this is the clock. The numbers are written here from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 12. And here the long hand and short hand is drawn. But in the activity, you have to show the time 9 o'clock. So how will you do this? 9 o'clock means the short hand at 9 and long hand at 12. Like this. See, numbers are written from 1 to 12. The long hand at 12, short hand at 9. It shows 9 o'clock. So this way you have to draw the clock. So here I'll show this on board. First draw the circle. After drawing the circle, what you have to do? Mark the four corners. Here and here. Write their numbers. This is 12, 3, 6, 9. Then make the two parts this way. Write the numbers remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, and this is 12. So this is the numbers on the clock. Now draw the center dot. After that, what we have to do? We have to draw the long hand and short hand. So to show 9 o'clock. So what we will do? We will draw the long hand which points towards the 12. It should be straight. Okay. So here the long hand, it shows 12. And the short hand, because we are showing 9 o'clock, so the short hand should be at 9, pointing towards 9. The short hand pointing towards 9. This way. This way. It will be 9 o'clock. See, 9 o'clock. Here the watch shows the time 9 o'clock. Understand? So in the center, in the circle center, make the proper dot. It's not in the center actually, but you make in the center, right? In your book. So this is the showing 9 o'clock. Understand?